Hello everyone, in this video, I will show you how to use ChatGPT to teach you how to write a program that takes an integer input and determines if it's even or odd. Let's begin to ask ChatGPT how to use Java to write a program that takes an integer input and determines if it's even or odd. Show all the steps and explain the details to a beginner. And here is what ChatGPT tells us. So step 1, setting up the basics. The first thing is to open a text editor. Open a plain text editor like Notepad, Windows, TextEdit, macOS, or any code editor you prefer. We are using Replit. It is a platform where you can write, run, and share Java code online. Go to replace.it. Choose Create and type Java as the language. Create a new file. Create a new file and save it with a.java extension. For example, you can name it evenoddchecker.java. Let's write the basic structure. Start by writing the basic structure of a Java program. Import java.util, scanner. This line imports the scanner class, which allows us to take input from the user. Public class evenoddchecker. This is the main class declaration. Public static void main, string, args. This is the main method where our program's code will run. Step 2, taking input. Create a scanner object. Inside the main method, create a scanner object to read input from the user. Scanner equals new scanner, system.in, then, display a prompt and take input. Use the scanner object to display a prompt and take input from the user. Add the following lines after creating the scanner object. System.out.print, enter an integer. This line displays a prompt to the user. Int number equals scanner.nextInt, this line reads an integer input from the user and stores it in the variable number. Step 3, checking even or odd. Check even or odd. Use an if statement to check whether the input number is even or odd. Add the following lines after taking the input. If number %2 equals 0, this line checks if the remainder of dividing number by 2 is 0, which indicates an even number. System.out.println, number plus is even. If the condition is true, this line prints that the number is even. Else, if the condition is false, the program will execute the code in the else block. System.out.println, number plus is odd, this line prints that the number is odd. Now we have the complete code. We first import the scanner class to read input from the user. Create a scanner object named scanner. Display a prompt asking the user to enter an integer. Use nextInt to read the integer input from the user and store it in the variable number. Use an if statement to check if number %2 equals 0 to determine if it's even. If the condition is true, print that the number is even. If the condition is false, print that the number is odd. Now let's compile and run. Open a terminal/command prompt. Navigate to the folder where you saved evenoddchecker.java, and run this command to compile. javac evenoddchecker.java. After compiling, run the program using Java evenoddchecker. Now we can input an integer when prompted and see whether it's even or odd. Let's try 22. Let's try 21. How about 0? Perfect. This program illustrates the basic steps of taking input, performing a conditional check, and displaying the result. It's a great starting point for beginners learning Java programming. Thank you for watching, hope you like this video. Subscribe and let's learn code with AI together.